happening, people? How's it going? Oh, hey, it's a hot day today, and you you know, like everybody needs a little bit of joy in their life. It could be something really simple, a kind word of somebody, just something going your way. Uh, Many things. Uh, and also, like, when me, I don't like to say I suffer from depression. I do have bouts of, I feel down, miserable, lonely, um, get a bit upset. But generally, I've got quite a happy disposition. Try to be, I like to make other people happy as well. Uh, and I've got a few idiosyncrasies, and one of the things I started doing, might not sound that funny to start with, but when I'm walking through town or shops and I see someone wearing the COVID mask, I like really go out of my way to avoid them and make sure that they notice that I'm actively avoiding them. Like sometimes they just sort of like, oh, what's up with them, like. And sometimes they'll just sort of pretend that they didn't see me, like. Um, but I was walking up to the shop, a particular shop, and there was uh, I don't know if she was a Muslim or whatever, but she had like a traditional dress and a head covered, but she had this COVID mask on, and I seen her coming towards me, and I proper backed away from her and across the road and stood really far away, and she noticed that I'd done it, and she was like watching me, and I was watching her, and I waited till she, got quite some distance before I carried on walking. Uh, it's just a little thing I do, just as a joke. There's no malicious intent behind it, really. No, it's not malicious. It's not. Uh, but then I saw her not long after, and she like slowed down and started looking at me, and I started walking backwards away from her, and she says, "What's the problem?" And I said, "It's not contagious, is it?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's not contagious. I need to keep a distance. So I've got enough problems as it is." Like, she says, "I'm not sick." I said, "Well, what's the mask for then?" And she said, "No, it's my hijab." Um, Now, I'm not too familiar. I just know certain countries and certain religions, the women wear like uh, headgear or headscarves, a bit like how some countries do wear turbans or whatever. Uh, But she was like, I'm not sick, and she's trying to walk towards me, and I'm backing up, like, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She says, how'd you get a job? And I went, no, that's a COVID mask, that's one of the medical things. And she went, no, I'm not sick. Are you sure? Are you sure? And she's like, no, I'm definitely not sick. So, and I was like, well, what are you wearing the COVID mask for? She says, what do you mean, the mask? You got your face covered. Like, and she said, I'm not sick, it's part of my wear. No, it's a really hot day, and I'm thinking, she's got a full dress on and a hair covered, like, you know, and like I say, I wasn't being silly. To be honest, I would have liked to um, actually spoke to her a bit more and ask her why exactly she's wearing it, or why she's got some sort of scarf as part of her. Because she had like a lovely dress on. It was like a really nice green with like almost like gold thread through it, and and learning about people's suggestions and whatnot. And anyway, I would have liked to have spoke to her, but like I say, it had sort of it had gone past that part, you know, because she was like really confused, like, and because I'd done like how Matt Walsh does like that deadpan straight face, I managed to keep a straight face like I was being really serious, like, you know, and she looked a little bit confused, and in the end I carried on my way, I carried on she went her way, like, but yeah, I was just thinking, God, she must be really hot, because you wear any sort of mask. I've done it when I've been labouring, when you're sanding or working in a dusty room, you've got one on, and you really do start sweating and getting hot quick. And she's, like I say, you've got all the head covered, the dress on, and walking about on a hot day, and yeah, a bit confusing, but I found it amusing. And I don't know what she'll think later. I mean, I was very conscious of the thought. I didn't want her to feel like intimidated in any way, uh, or it was like some sort of racial thing. I really didn't want that to be make her feel uncomfortable or anything. And I think I did it quite well. Because, like I say, she was like, I'm not sick, uh, and and whatnot. And like I say, I would have liked to spoke a bit more to her about it, like, but yeah, then the jig would have been up, like, but is there some sort of rule? What religion would that be? Like I say, she had a lovely dress on and that, and she seemed, from first impressions, a nice lady. I just didn't understand why, and it looks like a silkish type material. It didn't look cheap, but then she had a cheap ass COVID mask on. Anyway, yeah, just a little video, just like I say, I do these little things from time to time, you know, when little funny thoughts come into your head, uh, and whatnot, and this is something I do. Like I say, I didn't single this lady out for any other reason than the fact that she was the only person in town that had a mask on. Because there's a lady you see at one of the supermarkets, she's got some sort of condition where she's a germaphobe, and she'll wear like a mask and then like the face shield guard and like a white lab suit with like rubber gloves all taped up, and yeah, apparently she's an extremely clever woman, but they live in a house with no electricity, and seeing about it looks a bit odd. Uh, and I know people who know him, so it, 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 I want to amuse myself by doing it on her. It's got to be, you know, the spare moment or the unexpected type thing. Yeah, uh, just ended my video 5 minutes ago. Don't know why I told you that rubbish, but yeah, like I say, anything. Everybody needs a little bit of joy and happiness. If you can bring it to someone, if you know what makes them happy. I'm very easy to please, actually, um, and that. But I do like to sort of make my own little happiness as well. Uh, I like opening doors for people. It's really strange, but I really do. And always saying hello to people and asking how they are. Just things like that. Sometimes somebody's having a bad day, and somebody might take the time, even if it's just a couple of minutes, just to sit and say, "Are you alright?" But there we go. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe, and if you could bring some happiness to somebody, please do. And if you would like to bring a bit of happiness to me, you could subscribe to my channel. It'd be very much appreciated, and seeing that subscriber count go up, even though it's going up very slow, it does sort of make you kind of happy. Oh, I've got a new subscriber. Yeah. Thank you very much. Population Nation out.